Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I'm Robin. Today's video, I'm going to talk about manifesting with SATS, a state akin to sleep, by Neville Goddard. So, SATS is a manifestation technique created by Neville Goddard. This technique is not only my favorite manifestation technique, but it's one of my favorite times of the day when I do this process. And I personally use this process, and it's one of the main technique I use to manifest the apartment that I have here in California. So a state akin to sleep is that state prior, like right before you fall asleep. This manifestation technique allows you to use your imagination to act as if you already have what you desire. It's important to drift into the theta state. So if you see on the chart, there's delta, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma. You want to get into that second level, that theta state. And that theta state is where the creativity easily flows, and it shuts down your ego and your subconscious programs so that your thoughts aren't blocking that creative part of your brain or the creative process. And you could check out Dr. Joe Dispenza's work on brainwaves and how you want to get into the theta state, especially for things like meditation. So the SATS process is really cool. You're going to sit in a relaxed position. You're going to meditate or breathe deeply just to relax further. You could also count down from 100. The key to this process, though, is to quiet your mind and not be thinking. Set a timer for about 20 to 30 minutes. You don't want to fall asleep. Okay, so you want to practice this technique. Do it for like 20 to 30 minutes a day. I typically do it midday, like around lunchtime. It gives me like a nice break in my day. And then I come out of it very fresh, wide awake, and energized. So you'll feel your way into that drowsy, sleepy state, which is that theta state. And you're going to imagine having that desired. You're going to act as if you have it. And then, like I said, you'll wake up feeling refreshed and on your way to your manifestation. I'll give you some examples on what this would look and feel like. So I use this technique. I had never heard of SATS until a month or two ago. I'd never heard of this process. But I had already been using a process similar to this. I didn't realize that it was, a process that Neville Goddard had come up with in the early 1900s. So manifesting my apartment, and again, this is prior to understanding the SATS process or even knowing that this was a manifestation technique. I decided, so I was living in Colorado and I was relocating to California. I decided where in California I wanted to move, like what town. And then I researched apartments in that area just to get an idea of the look and the feel of those apartments. What would the kitchen look like, my budget, how close I could get to the beach. So I just wanted to get a feel for what was out there on the market. And then I made a list and set intentions for the actual apartment that I wanted to attract. So I set things like, I wanted to be as close to the beach as possible. I set my budget. I didn't want to go over, this amount of money. I needed at least one bedroom. I wanted parking. I wanted, so all of the things that I desired in my apartment. It was like my ultimate wish list. And every night I would fall asleep. So I do like a sort of a meditation before I go to sleep every night, and this way I get the best sleep. So I've already trained myself to get into that theta state and then fall asleep. But when I was manifesting this apartment, I would fall asleep every night, and mind you, I'm in Colorado, and I would imagine that I was falling asleep in this apartment that I desired in California. every morning I would wake up if I did this process, I would wake up and I would honestly have to look around because I felt as if I was waking up in my apartment, this apartment that I desired in California. So the end of February, I manifested the exact apartment, everything that was on my list that I had written in my journal in January. And it was about mid-January that I started this process. So it took about 4 to 6 weeks for me to manifest the exact apartment that I desired, except for my kitchen. So my process was slightly flawed. I took for granted that every place I've ever lived in always had the perfect kitchen for me. So I didn't spend a lot of time writing out my desires for a kitchen. I don't know. I took for granted that I would get the kitchen that I wanted. And the kitchen I have in this apartment in California is perfect. It's just not what I imagined, right? I just took for granted that I was going to get this type of kitchen that I desired. So I didn't spend any time, in the SATS process or imagining having this apartment. I didn't really spend any time in the kitchen. Anyway, I ended up manifesting every single thing on the list that I desired within my price. The things that I'm manifesting now using SATS, so I'm doing career goals, healthy, fit body, and a new man or love relationship. So let me give you some examples. Let's say, for instance, there is a certain career that you desire, or you want a promotion at work. Let's do promotion. So let's say you've worked for this company for a year or two, and there's a spot open that would be a promotion for you. Using this process, right? So you would get into that theta state, and you would imagine having that promotion, doing that actual job. So say, for instance, it's managing people or managing a process. You would imagine walking around the floor, talking to the people that would be reporting to you. You would literally be acting as if you already had the position. And again, when you're in that theta state, all of those voices, the doubts that would creep into your brain during the normal course of the day, like if you tried to just do this without getting into that theta state, you're going to get some interference. Okay, you're going to get some doubts like, oh, I could never get that position. There's a lot of competition. I've only been with the company for a few months or a few years. You would get all of that noise. So it's important for you to get into that theta state so you could shut that noise down and then just get into that creative imagination part of your brain and act as if you already have that promotion or that particular career. Healthy, fit body. So just to give you an example, like I'll fall asleep. So I've lost weight since I got here in California. I want to lose like another 10 pounds. And instead of, I'm eating healthy, of course I'm working out and exercising, but I'm also using SATS. When I'm falling asleep, I'm imagining that I already have the body that I desire, that I'm already at my weight goal. I imagine the clothes that I would wear, like going out shopping for a size smaller than what I'm wearing right now. So I just imagine that I already have that fit body. And interestingly enough, I'm not killing myself to lose the weight. It's just naturally coming off of my body. And then in terms of a new man or a love relationship, as you're falling asleep, you want to imagine that you're out on a date, let's say with a new man that you just met, having conversation and finding out that, you both have the same interests, or going out to a club and dancing with them and how much fun. And then you can take that relationship, like fast forward to 3 months or 6 months and act as if like we're a couple, we're together, this is how it would feel. Again, you want to act as if it's already happened. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment below on your thoughts, or if you have any other ideas to share, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you for your support and have an amazing day.